Hi, I'm Matt Harlow. I'm the governor of the 6th District of the American Advertising Federation, and we here in Michigan have a problem. And just to help you guys understand how important this problem is, 130 people are in this room today. If they were all designers and marketing consultants, which isn't that far off from the truth, in a year, 8 of them won't be here. Because what this sales tax does is essentially decrease clients' budgets by 6%. Give you a little background. On October 1st at 4:30 in the morning, they passed a sales tax on services. It's not a sales tax on all services. It's a sales tax on some selective services. 4 of those services are marketing consulting, desktop publishing, design, and packaging and labeling. So and to make that even worse, this is not actually a sales tax, it's a use tax, which means that whether the seller or the buyer of the service is in Michigan, the buyer is liable to pay the tax. So if you have, like we do, Indiana clients, Illinois clients, Ohio clients, they all have to pay that 6% too. So all of a sudden, you are at a 6% disadvantage to your competition that's outside of the state if your client is outside of the state. Now, if you're a marketer and not an agency or a vendor, and you want to go outside of the state for design services or packaging services, you have to keep track of the money that you spent in Indiana, for instance, on marketing consulting, tuck the 6% away, and periodically give it to the state. Because it's your job to track it, not the vendor's job to track it. So, 2 things. Big impact on budgets, and also an accounting nightmare from an advertiser's standpoint. They have to tuck away that extra money and pay that tax. From an agency or a vendor standpoint, let's say you have a project, and in that project is a little bit of design and a little bit of copy and a little bit of account service. The design portion is taxable, the copy portion isn't taxable, and is account service marketing consulting, or is it not? The only person that knows is your auditor from the state. And the answer may not be the same at his shop and at your shop. So, big, scary kettle of fish, okay? There is no question this hurts a Michigan agency or a Michigan vendor to the industry's competitive edge out of state. There's no question that this reduces the budgets of marketers in the state who hire those services or who all of a sudden decide that it's better to offer those services in-house than to pay a 6% sales tax on them. So in a lot of ways, this can be a big deal to us. What can you do about that? Okay? The 6th District has joined a coalition called the Axe the Tax Coalition. Their website is not up yet, but they're working on it. That is a group of somewhere between 75 and 100 right now, associations of professions that have to pay this sales tax. So they've all gotten together to work with one big effort and one big budget rather than individually fighting over things. So go visit axethetax.com. In the meantime, fightservicetax.com is a website where you can find the voting record of your House rep and how they voted on this issue. There are templates there for letters to the editor, email addresses for the editors once you have your letter to the editor done, email addresses for your reps and legislators so that you can get out there and let people know. Because right now, things are riled up and there's a chance to get this repealed. We need to all push right now while we have a chance. Any questions? If it's not repealed, when does it take effect? December 1st. which means that we all have to figure out a way to deal with this in the accounting department in a month and a half. Yes. They've got Axe the Tax is working on multiple fronts. Right now at fightservicetax.com you can register, which is not the same as signing a petition, but anyone who does registered will be approached about signing petitions. Ultimately, through the AAF and through other organizations, I hope, we're going to distribute PDFs of petitions so that you can print one out at work, hand it around the office, and we can amass as many signatures as we can, because it takes, this could be wrong, 340,000 signatures just to get the appeal in front of the right people to make it happen. So we all need to pull together on this, put aside any differences we've got, and get this repealed, A, so that whatever solution they came up with is fairer across the board, and B, so that whatever solution they came up with is something that we can all live with from an accounting standpoint. Because my biggest fear with this is actually not the 6% anymore. It's sitting down to actually try and do the right thing and obey the law, and ending up in an audit in 4 years that says, oh, look, you should have been taxing account service for the past 3 years. We'd like a check now. So this is just something we've absolutely positively got to band together and deal with. If you have any questions, the sites I mentioned, aafd6.org is the district's website. There's a handout around, which is an email that's going to go out later today from me. The websites are on there. My contact information is on there. Yell anytime, and we'll do everything we can for you, or point you to someone who can do something better than we can. Thanks, everybody.